10 questions to ask yourself when dating. Keep in mind that your main objective in your first few dates is to decide if you want to go on more dates with her. That's it. To do this, you must be aware of what's going on during your date. It's so easy to get wrapped up in the excitement of meeting someone new that we don't see things clearly. Sometimes we need questions like these to keep us grounded. Ask yourself these questions after each date and see what you come up with. So here we go. Number 1, how is your date dressed? How your date dresses is very important. It will tell you how much she's devoted to looking good for you. If it's a casual first date, it's fine if she wears jeans and a button-up or a blouse. You can tell if she threw it on or if she took some time to pick out her outfit. And most importantly, do you like it? Yes, it is important. If she's wearing all green and has a fanny pack, you're probably going to hope your friends don't come by and see you. Dress in style says a lot about a person. You may think this is superficial, but it shows how much she values herself and values the date and you. I had a client that went on a coffee date. It was the 3rd date they went out. Her date was a nurse and showed up in her scrubs. She told my client she really wanted to get together and this was the only time she had to meet, right after work. Totally gross. She shows up with germs all over her and couldn't schedule a better time to see her. You're really not at your best after being up all night working a 10 or 12-hour shift. 3rd date for my client, last date. 2, how's her demeanor? Your date may be nervous initially, which is normal. Don't judge her too harshly. But how is she after that? Is she positive, confident, nervous, or calm? If she's confident and comfortable with herself, she's going to be the kind of person you can have fun with. If she seems timid and insecure, you'll be walking on eggshells around her. What are you looking for? Are you looking for someone laid back, calm, or are you looking for someone with a bit of energy? This is an area for me where opposites attract. I'm calm, I'm deliberate in my speech and what I do. I look for someone who can bring the energy up, keep it lively. I'm able to join in with them, but not necessarily a leader in this area. Still working on it, but in the meantime, still dating sassy girls. Be sure that you are happy with her demeanor. If she's an extreme extrovert, be ready to pull her out of the grocery store because she's talking to everyone she meets. If you're okay with that, great. If you see grocery shopping as a task that has to be done and not a social event, keep this in mind. With all things, whatever her demeanor, don't think she's going to change. Don't think she'll tone down or gain confidence over time. If all other things are great, you might have to give it a few dates and see if the nervousness goes away. Then decide if she's someone you click with. 3, what's her attitude? What's her outlook on life? Is she positive? If something goes wrong, is she likely to say that something good will eventually come her way? Or does she get stuck in how it never works out for her and she'll probably be stuck in the same dead-end place forever? Sure, we all have bad days, but is she someone who thinks that things never work out for her? Remember, we usually put our best foot forward when we're dating. If she shows up with a negative attitude, it will only go downhill from there. 4, how does she talk about her exes? What's her attitude about her exes? Someone that talks about her ex being a total psycho, cheater, whatever, are probably not taking responsibility for their own mistakes. Were they all bitches from hell? Or does she say it didn't work out, or she's a good person, just not for me? It will show you how mature she really is. Talking about exes on your first few dates is not a good idea. You're trying to get to know her, not her ex. And 5, is she focused on you? Is your date focused on you during the date, Or do you find their eyes drifting around a lot? If it's the first date and she's looking around, be careful. Is she keeping her options open? Does she not know how to give you the attention you deserve? Does she keep glancing at her phone? For me, that's the ultimate adios. Actions speak louder than words. The action tells me that her phone is more important than me. Remind yourself of what you deserve and don't take anything less. Focus on each other. It shows respect. More importantly, it shows appreciation and fascination for getting to know each other. 6. Where does she work? What does this person do all day? It seems like a trivial date question, but it can be one of those questions that tests the compatibility of a long-term relationship. Make sure that you're a match in terms of career. If she works 75 hours per week and says she likes the overtime, expect it to continue. Even if she says the overtime will soon end, base your decisions on her actions more than her words. If she's a worker bee and you have an online business you can do from anywhere in the world and you love to travel, it's probably not going to work. Compromise is good, but don't fool yourself. She's not going to change all that much, and neither are you. Understand that careers do matter. 7. What's her physical activity like? So, also, how does she spend her free time? If there's a huge difference between how the two of you view exercise, it probably won't work out in the long run. Simple. If you like hiking, biking, and camping, and she wants to take the weekend and binge watch Netflix, expect difficulties. If she gets off work every night, goes to the gym for 2 hours, and then goes home, eats, and gets ready for bed, that's her. Maybe you like to get off work, have dinner, and cuddle up on the sofa. Really think about it, and then decide if you're okay with that long term. It's not fair of you to expect her to change, nor would it be okay for her to expect you to love the gym as much as she does. Coming home to an empty house every night, wondering how long she's going to spend at the gym, doesn't work for me. 8. How does she treat people in the service industry? I usually won't go to a restaurant on a first date, but by date 3 or 4, I want to check it out. How does she treat the server? You can learn a lot about someone based on how they treat people whose job it is to do whatever the customer wants. If she's kind to you and treats you with respect, but treats the waitress or waiter as less than, she's not a nice person. You may also learn if she gets impatient or is critical. Is her food undercooked? Does she politely ask the waitress to take it back to the kitchen for a warm-up? Or does she keep it and complain the entire time? Martyr? Complainer? You decide. 9. How do you feel? How do you feel to be with this person on a date? All the questions we've talked about so far are important, but there must be chemistry. Do you laugh with her? I mean, really laugh. Are you comfortable? Can you be yourself? Do you like it when your date touches you, or are you uncomfortable? 10. What do your instincts say? What does your instinct tell you? If you want to know if you should continue to date this person, your instinct is usually your best bet. Your instincts come from your subconscious mind. Your mind may be picking up clues that you aren't seeing consciously. If everything seems fine, but you continue to have an uneasy feeling about her, trust yourself. Don't ignore your gut feelings or the red flags. You're valuable, and what you feel is valuable. If you get that uneasy feeling, slow down a little bit on the dating. Try to figure out what's going on with you. Don't tell yourself everything's fine. Your instinct will help you be the best judge in figuring out if she's a great potential long-term girlfriend. So that's it for this week. Next week we will explore 10 more questions to keep in mind. Until then, keep dating and have fun.